Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into our game with Lemuria. It is turn 74, I believe. And we are continuing to empower ourselves in water. Empowerment is one of those things, I haven't really talked about it that much, but it's one of the things you can do with Astral Corruption up. And it's especially good if you have Immortals, since when the guy dies, the investment in Empower is not wasted. So you can see we have this guy up to water 4. The other nice thing about Empowerment is it does not attract attention from horrors, so we will be pretty safe there in casting it, or in empowering. We have been attacked by the Slave to Unreason, which I can't remember if we've seen him before, but yeah, here he is. This is pretty remarkable in that it is the only Astral 10 unit in the game. So yeah, he's kind of scary. He can cast Astral stuff all day long, and he can Soul Slay you, Charm you, all sorts of bad things for Grand Lemurs. I don't know what Theft of Reason does, but I imagine it does Feeble-Minded and something else maybe, who knows. And you can see we're attacking him, he then just throws out a casual stop time. And then I die. Not sure totally what happened. Did my guy die actually? He may have retreated. No, he dies. Not sure how he dies, but we'll... Anyway. You can see we die to that. That was casting... I think this guy may have just been horror marked, or maybe he was forging something. I'm not totally sure. Was he horror marked? He wasn't. And he had Ritual of Returning on, so it's kind of odd that he dies. I don't think the battle replay will be accurate since it's so far after, but we cast Wizard Tower. One of the nice things is, when you have a really high HP dude, they can't one-hit kill you, usually, like this guy especially, but to go through 130 HP in one hit is pretty tough, so that means this Ring of Returning is going to be pretty valuable. I'm going to try to get a few Ring of Returnings out. This guy was attacked by a horror, he dies after getting a Grand Lemur, and Golgoth has cast Cloud Trapeze. And he is... Where did he go? Go to province? I forget where I sent him. I sent him somewhere. Golgoth, where art thou? I think we sent him maybe here? No? We sent him to one of the major battle sites. I don't know which one. I don't see. Where the hell is this guy? Okay, I'm not gonna look for him with, it's kind of hard to find people when they... Where the hell... I wonder if it says in the message. Let's just check. He cast Cloud Trapeze. Okay, and he's right here. Does not say where he went to. It's kind of weird. You would think it would put the target province. Oh, I believe this was him, actually, because we see a sequence of events here. Okay, so this was on top of Utguard, and I'm thinking this is going to work, and in fact, it actually should. I must be an idiot if this doesn't work. Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Soul Vortex, Astral Shield, Rain of Stones. Do I have Invulnerability cast? I don't. Invulnerability would be good here. Soul Vortex doing its thing. Yeah, it makes me wonder how this worked, or did not work. In fact, it would seem almost impossible to not work. But I think, if you look at it, I die? I guess... I don't know how that happened. Anyway, that you can see... I kind of remember this not working and being like very puzzled how they killed him. Maybe they got like a headshot or something, because it should have worked. So anyway, it's nice seeing it kind of justified, but Rain of Stones will kind of kill everything quickly enough, and then Iron Skin plus... Did I do Iron Skin? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Iron Skin plus Temper Flesh and Soul Vortex. He should be extremely difficult to kill, especially with Astral Shield. Yeah, very odd. Yeah, you really have to wonder how that happens, because that wasn't even really that close. I guess it's possible with really unlucky dice. So, anyway, I was trying to do that to, again, bottle up Utguard. I think he scouts me here. I think this is scouting ping. Yeah, he just is like, hey, what's up? Alright, he may have also... No, I don't know. I think he was just saying what's up. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and storm the castle. He didn't seem to want to attack. Maybe he won't want to do it this turn. Search for sites. We had a few assassinations here. A Shadow Tribune got killed, and so did... let's watch the Grand Lemur battle here. This was the guy that was patrolling, if you recall, last turn. And he has a couple dudes inside. You can see solar rays coming down, and then I get trampled to death. Okay, actually it looks like we're going to win this. Yeah. But, anyway, it's basically just different RNG since... it's a different game version, but you can see this could have gone either way. But I would say the odds of this encounter are probably slightly in the Star Child's favor. So it's probably like 2 out of 3 the Star Child would win. We just saw the 1 out of 3 where I win. It's kind of interesting. I really like how the randomness is handled in this game. I was talking about it with someone else about Conquest of Elysium, where the RNG is kind of too much. And I've been playing a lot of Westnoth, if any of y'all have played that lately. I've been thinking about actually doing a Let's Play of Westnoth, but there's kind of too much randomness in those games where, where it almost, you can't get around it. You can't, like, skill cannot really trump randomness too much. It's a factor, but it doesn't really trump it. In Dominions, there's enough things you can do where skill will kind of trump it, and randomness is kind of reserved for the middle ground. It's not, you know, like if you overcommit to a battle, you're never going to lose really by randomness. If you undercommit, you're always going to lose. And in the middle ground, like, you know, with this, it could go either way, and I kind of like that. And so there's just a few raiding battles, and I think that's about it. A few events that are not terribly noteworthy. We're just going to go kind of talk around the map. So, we did a raid here. This was our bone grinding trap, and we were trying to catch his army, which I think is pinned up inside here. And this isn't going to trigger a bone grinding. But anyway, we're going to sit here. These guys are actually going to move on top. It may actually be better to just chill out here, and it was highly likely, I think, that his army's going to break out of here this turn, and then I could do the bone grinding drop. But anyway, I'm not sure what he's going to think if he were to actually look at these mages and see all these death gems. I would kind of think bone grinding, but depending on the experience of the player, it's kind of hard to know whether they will anticipate bone grinding, especially when I haven't really done it yet. So, yeah. We're going to storm the castle here. You can see our little thug over here was successful clearing off the PD on top of this province. And this is kind of good because it disrupts movement, like he can't move and consolidate troops as he wants to. You can see we got raided here, which is a bit unfortunate. And here we're ready to storm the castle. So we're going to storm this castle. Utgard hasn't really fought back yet, and I'm fully expecting he will, but who knows. He's got this army here. We see Ryla. It was up here last turn, and we can see it move down this way, and it's probably going to move out somewhere like this. He could try to kick me off this fort. I'm not sure. I don't think he will, since we're kind of in cahoots a little bit against Utgard. But yeah, anyway, we're going to pop through here, and hopefully we can take it. There was an assassination right here, so I'm a little worried. We have this guy on guard commander, but, you know, what are you going to do? We also have our fort up here, so that's good. We don't really have to worry about the assassins as much once we get our fort up. Because, well, we still have to worry about them. But anyway, it's easier to, like, move and patrol people in. Here, we're just hanging out. And I probably should mobilize and raid. But I'm trying to kind of catch assassins a little bit too, so we've got some guys patrolling. These guys are just researching, which is kind of a waste. And And otherwise, you can see our Dominion is starting to kind of push Ryla out of the map. We're also going to be moving... There's a few things we're going to be doing. One is we're going to be moving an Itimu on top of Utguard. And ever in attempt to lock down Utgard's cap, this will be a different shot. I don't know if it will be successful, but hopefully it will be. He's a kind of huge boss, so it's going to be very difficult for them to kill him. Though there's certainly... Utgard definitely has the tools, but it would probably require a lot of mage support. We probably, since we're not fighting Midgard anymore, we should have switched this to Iron Skin rather than Stone Skin. I think that's about it for the attack on Utgard. We're also moving these guys in here. We're going to basically do the same thing. Wailing Winds, Rigor Mortis, Grip of Winter, Quagmire, etc. And that's just basically going to knock right here. And yeah, we're going to be storming this. I already showed you the script for this battle an episode ago, so if you want to see it, go back one episode. But I've been anticipating a battle here, so I haven't really changed my script up. Here, we're basically doing the same thing I had showed you before, basically Darkness, Rain of Stones. Rain of Stones is actually really good with Lemuria because it's physical damage, so it will kind of not hit the ghosts. It's a lot better if you can put up some kind of protection spell in conjunction with it, then you really won't hurt your ghosts, but anyway. It's going to be good if he throws chaff at me. It's going to be really bad if he throws like a thug or his Gamherdings. Because his Gamherdings are going to hold up better than my ghosts will against Rain of Stone. So anyway, it's a bit of a gamble. In terms of what we're casting, we're doing another Wizard's Tower, this time at 100. For those of you who want to know, the hotkey is G. That means go to. So we're going to do a Wizard Tower here, and then try to throw up a temple there in a turn or two. What else are we casting? This guy, okay, so he's just going to be spamming out Wizard Towers. We're going to be casting Stream of Hades with this guy, and hopefully he'll get hit and kind of return. With Stream of Hades, I think I ultimately want to get a Water Elemental, a Queen of Water Elementals. I probably could have done that directly and just gone in here, put some items on them and cast, but for whatever reason I'm deciding to do a Stream of Hades, which is a pretty decent gem dump here. For only 40 gems, we get Water 3, Death 3 dude. So pretty damn useful. More Grand Lemurs. Yeah, I think that's about it. So... yeah, the big thing will be hopefully battles, so let's go ahead and pull up the next turn and wait till we actually see some battles, because right now it's kind of just all talking about will they happen or not, and when. So it will be turn 75. Okay. Yeah, we have some bad things happen. We get attacked by Eater of the Gods. This guy's pretty nasty. I think he can kill Immortals with Shatter Souls or Consume Soul. I think Consume Soul will do it. I'm not sure if Shatter Soul will, but anyway, this is pretty bad for Immortals, but anyway, it's just going on this dude who was probably just forging like Earth Boots or something. Yeah, goodbye, dude. This guy gets killed too. Okay, this is a bit unfortunate. My King of Banefires, who I have stolen, I gave him some good stuff, and I wanted him to kind of forge some things, and my thinking was he's probably not going to die to horror attacks. But yeah, he does. He does. So that was kind of very wasteful. I forget, he didn't even forge something that important. I think he was, yeah, he was forging something. Anyway, this is a total waste. That was a really bad idea. Okay, we cast Living Castle, and we put a castle up here, which is going to be really good. We can put some dom pressure on a lot of Utgard's land once we get a temple in, which you can see we're building right away. But unfortunately, okay, and we survived the Defiler of the Dreams attack. But then, apparently you can get... Oh wait, no. Oh, the Wraith Lord, he got attacked by, whoops, by Eater of the Gods, which this is another Doom Horror. And no, this guy can't permanently kill you, but he can astral horror, or he can astral horror mark the crap out of you with astral hooks. And anyway, so he probably got tons of horror marks on him from that. And then coming down, we cast Streams of Hades. This guy got attacked by a Defiler of Dreams, but returned. We cast... what do you call it? Wizard Tower, and it's successful, and we're fine because we get hit, and then we get zapped back home. Some horrors attacked us here, not a big deal. We found a magic site hidden for us. This actually is kind of nice. It will give us witches, which are pretty good. And it's my wolf outside starting to howl with the ambulance going by. Okay, and an assassination attempt. They killed this Grand Lemur where? Right here, so that's unfortunate. Coming down, Utguard's basically counter-raiding us, and you can see he's doing it pretty successfully. I think all of these work. He's got Vampire Lords, which are pretty good against Lemuria as casters, but not very good against us as thugs for the most part. We have a battle here where he's actually using some decent troops, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is one of my groups. Whoops. I put it at normal speed. He's got 2 Frost Devils, and these guys are actually kind of badass. Yeah. One of them's casting Cleansing Waters, which can kind of kill just swaths of ghosts. This guy is kind of more like a super combatant. Yeah. We do have darkness up and things like that, so our stats are pretty good compared to the Gamherdings. Like, the Gamherdings are, you see, 10 attack, right, 4 defense, and then our guys are fine. So, we're going to basically hit them every turn, and they're going to barely hit us. And with that, we're going to kill almost all the Gamherdings. Unfortunately, though, we're going to have trouble with these Frost Devils. You can see we can't actually hurt them. They have regeneration, and then... yeah, we basically can't hurt them, so that's quite unfortunate. Even this guy who doesn't have regeneration, this Vine Shield just makes him kind of invulnerable. This is kind of the problem with with the ghosts late into the game, is they can't really kill anything that's hard. They can't do it. Even with the changes they made, where it used to be if MR negates, you wouldn't do any damage. Now it does half damage, but you know, half damage on a low damage weapon is enough to not do anything if they have decent protection. So with like 28 protection, you can forget about it. You know, there's some chance this guy back here could drop Gifts of Heaven on top of him, but it doesn't play out. And eventually we retreat. So that's kind of unfortunate. If we look at that battle, that was this one. The Ice Devils killed basically all my guys, and then fortunately we got, you know, some of his actual army off the table. But anyway, not a good battle for me. And that kind of ruined my attempts of taking this fort, which I was kind of excited about from the death income. We'll keep going, though. Let's see what happens. We take this back from Utguard. He had the pale ones here the turn before. And then a few more battles. He's attacking us here. He attacks our Lemur Consul, which was one of our thugs. And he's got some kind of cool units. He's got these Glausos, or Glosals, however you say it, but they're basically Sacred Trampler Boars, which are kind of cool. They have a heat aura. It's a kind of cool unit. Plus this Vampire Lord, and he's got this guy too, a Heliophagus, or however you say it, which are pretty good units. All against this little guy, who I haven't kitted out because I don't really... Gear's actually pretty expensive in this game because I have to forge it with Astral Corruption up. Normally you would want to gear this guy out, but we'll see. We're not going to do that. I just kind of want it to be low commitment. If he dies, I don't really lose anything. And he's going to get trampled. And you can see he's getting trampled all over the map. He is very hard to kill because he does have pretty high protection with all of the resistances up, but he's about to pop. And there he goes. Okay, so that was unsuccessful. Those glow cells did some pretty good work. We killed really nothing. So, anyway. Not looking good for this early war. We do have Utguard attacking us here with the vampire, and this is probably not going to go well for him. What does he have? Heart of Life? Okay, so he's probably, if you see his fire, he's planning on doing Phoenix Pyre, which is going to make him basically continuously reanimate. But you can see, we'll watch that again really slowly. Is that this one? Yeah. This is a kind of funny thing you can do. The problem is, if you can't live long enough to reinvigorate after you die the first time, then you just basically, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so he blows up the first time, doesn't do anything because we killed him with javelins. Where did he respawn? Okay, he's down here, and we're just going to throw more javelins at him, and those are going to kill him. Okay, and then he's dead. And then he pops up over here, and he dies again, and that's it. So, all in all, was not terribly successful. He killed 100 dudes, I guess. So, you know, I guess that's okay. Battle here, we take this from Utguard. He takes this one province back from us. We'll kind of pull up the score graphs to just look. It's kind of too much to just click on all these, and we'll just see kind of how it's trending. We do have a kind of important battle here. Let's watch this. Which one is this? Okay. So we had moved an army in here, if you recall. This was the army that was going to do the fatigue and the morale play with Grip of Winter, Quagmire, Rigor Mortis, and Wailing Winds, I think. And he chose to defend it, but he doesn't have too much. He has this Ice Devil. The Ice Devil has this casket, which is going to give him 4 temporary death gems, and then he also has a Mount Fiend. Sorry, I thought it was a Lich. And then some chaff. It could be he's planning on doing basically like Witherbones, yeah. And Witherbones is going to do a lot of damage, but if I bring enough troops that he fatigues out before Witherbones kind of kills everybody, we should be okay, because he doesn't really have a ton of chaff here. Sorry, I kind of lurched it forward there. And Witherbones is going off. I think his guys are fatigued out. Rigor Mortis should apply to Devils. Okay, this shows them getting away. I think in the real battle they do not escape. Okay, he doesn't escape. I think we get the Mount Fiend too in the real battle. I'm not sure. Anyway, this guy is going to basically fall. Okay. Let's look at the battle report for that. That was this one here, the Forest of Gilead. So, yeah, we kill the Ice Devil. We do not kill the Mount Fiend, but we kill all the other stuff. So this is really good. This is a really good trade-off for us. And we are now sieging one of his forts. There's a battle in Utguard. This is Itimu. We have deployed our cruise missile tomahawk thing. And let's see how he does. Not a lot of mage support, so I would be extremely surprised if they kill Itimu here. And he is about to deploy. You can see he is just a little machine. Look at that. Look at him go. He kills like 6 people. Look at that. That is so ridiculous. That's so crazy. I love that. Yeah, I don't use Itimu as much as I should. God, that's so hilarious. Okay, so anyway, we've taken Utguard's PD. We're obviously not going to break through it anytime soon, but there's a battle here with Ryla. Okay, wait, this is just a small little thing with some cultists. We should win that. Oh, we actually lost that. Let's see how we lose it. I kind of was sure we would win. He does have priests. Oh, he has a... I didn't see the Vampire Lord. Okay, so he can do Skelespam with Banishment behind it. Oh, and a Lich. Yeah, we're definitely going to lose here. Okay, that explains that. Okay, down here... I think he was just trying to get people out of his throne. So you can see one of the things, if you retreat inside, like you have the fort battle and you retreat, all your guys are gonna like die. It's the end of them. But if you retreat by breaking out of the fortress, which is what he did here, and you retreat, you'll actually go somewhere else. I think they ended up dying though, because there's no friendly place for them to retreat to, because I took his cap. Oh no, they went up here. Let's go check that out actually. Okay, that was Omer. Or no, that was the Woodlands, and then... Okay, there was a battle in the fortress of Fukan, so this was one of the provinces we were sieging. This is this one to the near Ryla. And you can see some stuff in here, but we're definitely going to win this fight. Okay, and I think we see how that goes. So that's really good. We got one of Utgard's forts. And I know as we've been looking at this, it kind of looks like we're losing because we've lost some important fights. But we're attacking in so many different places that even if we lose a few of them, we're still kind of coming out ahead. Like, we lost a whole major army this turn, but we've got so many major armies that everything's still kind of okay. And you can see we just took this throne province. Utgard decided not to really defend here. And I think that's that. Yeah, okay. That was one of the Illwinter events. We got a Lightless Lantern, some Death Gems, and some Nature Gems. And I think that's about it for that part. Trying to think what else here. So, unfortunately, Utgard, like, started attacking us here. So he had some guys, I think there were Vampire Lords, and then maybe a couple other dudes that... I don't know how this guy got here, like, with the Gam herdings. Maybe he was just retreating. Not sure. So part of it is the Agarthans attacked here. It looks like the Agarthans plus a Vampire Lord. And then here, I think this was just a stealthy raiding party. Yeah. So a vampire, and I actually hadn't thought of this, but with Lemuria, if you do manage, not Lemuria, with Utgard. Oh, no. So he recruited Shades and then also has a vampire. Okay, I was kind of getting confused. But yeah, he got Shades, which are stealthy. He also had a vampire, and I think they stealthily snuck past everybody and attacked this province. Anyway, they now have kind of raided these. Now, it's not going to do much. I'm not going to get free spawn from them. But it is annoying. It is annoying, because I want to catch them, but it's hard to predict where they're going to move to. So on one hand, I want to break out of here. So like, I've got this guy breaking out, and he's just going to retreat, and this is basically going to be, if somebody else is on top, we can get it. I do want to kind of patrol. So this guy's patrolling this province with just some chaff, but if the vampire comes in with this guy, I think just 80 chaff can probably kill him. We're not patrolling here, though we probably should. We are patrolling here with about 100 dudes, which is probably not enough if he moves this full force up. But yeah. This guy is going to sneak move down here. We're going to load him up on gems, and then he's going to redeploy, probably with teleport. These Astral 3 ones are really good as teleporting thugs. Though, in this case, with Astral Corruption up, you do have to be kind of careful about that. My other mages here, like this guy, we're going to actually... He ran from up here, right? So we lost this battle. We retreated down here. We're going to redeploy over this way. And again, this is... I think, what is this for? Okay, these are both 500. Basically, I can just take this army and marry it up with some mages, which I think will do a good job. Coming in here... Okay, yeah, same script. Now, I am going to kind of double down. There's a few things that are going on. We're going to double down here and kind of just plan on fighting. I'm taking Itimu off. Am I leaving? Yeah, I'm leaving a few dudes here on top, though. And I think the people here are actually guys that retreated from one of these battles. I think maybe from this one. And so they landed here, which is nice, because if he doesn't try to break out, we can defend. We're going to be claiming this throne. I think we're going to be putting a temple down. Yeah, we're putting a temple down, going ahead to kind of get our dominion in here and bleed this province out. Yeah, so basically, I think next turn we should break through this fort. And then I'm moving in mage support to kind of help with it. We've got Wailing Winds and Rigor Mortis. And this guy's coming in. Okay. What am I doing? Why does this guy I should totally give this item to this dude. I don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, that's really unfortunate. I should have noticed that. Because if we have a battle here, I might not be prepared. It's going to be unlikely he can battle me this turn because I've cut off his cap, but next turn he's probably going to break out of his cap and then threaten this. We have moved it. He broke out of this fort. Let's see what he broke out with. Okay, this was actually... Yeah, this was that Glosau army. This would not have been a great use of bone grinding. So that is a bit unfortunate. Now there's this huge army here, which is a bit scary. We're going to move some of these guys over this way, and I think I'm going to... I don't know if it's this turn. Where am I doing it? Wizard's Tower at 111. Is that this? Yeah. So I'm moving these guys over this way to kind of defend this if we get attacked. I'm also casting Wizard Tower here. I think there's probably an assassin here as well. One of the things I'm going to try to do is I'm taking this guy and I'm moving him down here. Actually, I should probably put him on like move and patrol. But I'm going to want to patrol all of the provinces adjacent to this and get forts up in them. And basically with that, I'll keep a lot of his assassins from running around. Because if he gets enough assassins out freely, he can really start doing some real damage where he'll pick out... It'll be very difficult for me to pick up all of my undead troops from my forts if he has an assassin there killing whoever I send in. So now this big army, what are we going to do with them? Well, we're going to split them up. Some of them are going to come kind of counter-raid, right? So we've got like dudes coming in here to kind of kill whatever was in here. We're going to be sending in a big contingent down here to try to take this. Now the problem is there's a ton of these Sethiconas, or however you... What are they? Do we have any here? No, not really. Anyway, however you say it, it's these Death Astral Nature Mages. And there's a ton of them. They're very good in communions, and they're quite good against Lemuria, so we do have to be careful. But that's basically the plan. So the goal, really... I don't know how I'm going to deal with these. You can see I'm kind of chilled out. I don't know how I'm going to deal with these Ice Devils yet. But we're going to kind of try to split up, and I'm going to kind of throw some punches at some forts, but then fake and like move off of them. Here we're going to hold tight here, or hang tight here on top of this fort, and hopefully we crack it. We're going to shift off of this one, which we were sieging, because I'm thinking, you know, he's probably going to attack it. We'll leave just a couple guys on top. And we're going to kind of shift down here to this fort. I want it to be kind of hard for him to guess whether I'm going to continue sieging down a fort or whether I'm going to shift and move to another one. It'll make it much harder for him to kind of respond to my movements. I think we're building a temple here. Going to go ahead and try to get my Dom push in this side of the map. And I think that is it for this turn and for this episode. Oh, I promised you we would pull up score graphs. So let's take a quick look at them. This was, I think, the beginning of the war with Utguard, like back here. So you can see right now it's kind of working in our favor. Not only have we gotten 2 forts out of it, but in net balance, we're up on provinces. In terms of forts, you can see it's good. We're getting more forts up, though some of this is certainly from casting spells like Wizard Tower and Living Castle. For income, you can see it is continuing its downward spiral, but even recently it's continued to perk back up a little bit as we have some fresh lands which we have not drained yet. Gym income, you can see we're doing okay. Research is fine. Dominion is continuing to go up, and this is basically the curve that is going to drive my army size, which right now is doing pretty good. We were flat last turn because we lost a lot of troops, but that's okay. Ascension points were okay. We're in 2nd place. So all in all, it seems to be going well, though it's a bit grindy, and I'm not totally sure how we're going to deal with the super combatant problem. And Utgard has been pretty hesitant committing his large armies yet. So we haven't seen a large battle yet with Utgard with, you know, him committing 400 troops or something. We did kill some Gamherdings, but this is not the strength of Utgard. Utgard has way more... And I think he's hesitant to commit because he knows once he commits, like if he loses some big armies, that could kind of be the end of him. But he needs to go ahead and commit because right now I'm kind of picking him to pieces. So we'll see what he does. I know he's going to start doing something, but we'll find out in the next episode. So thank you all. See you then.